Susan Sullivan, who's a professor of law and politics at Temple University. She joins us from Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. Susan, Donald Trump, I say he's got an awful lot on his plate in terms of lawsuits. What do you make of that decision, though? Are you surprised by the court reducing the amount by so much as he prepares to launch his appeal into that judgment?
I'm actually not as surprised as I think some people may be. This award of $466 million, $500 million, did seem to be excessive, particularly for an individual. So I'm not surprised, really, that the appeals court did reduce it and give him a little more time. I mean, the consequences of that are enormous for Trump, because it basically means he's not going to lose his empire. His empire is not going to be at stake, at risk. And of course, his identity is all tied up with his real estate empire and his wealth. So he was in a really precarious position. But today, now, this decision has given him, I think, not just a legal victory, but a political victory too. I think it's huge for Trump. I think he can now shift his "I'm the victim, this is a witch hunt" narrative to, look, I was right, it was a witch hunt, I've just had a major victory. So on the legal side and on the political side, I think it was a good day for Donald Trump today in New York.
A moment ago, I was talking about the presidential election in Senegal, and one of the leading candidates there wasn't able to take part because they were under charges of defamation, which is a mere bagatelle compared to what we see Donald Trump facing. How do these two lawsuits affect his ability to run for the presidency? Is there any impact?
Well, this is Donald Trump. I think if it was anyone else, I would have a different answer. Donald Trump seems to be, I mean, he's a larger than life character. And is this interfering with his election campaign? Yes, I think it must be. I think, again, legally and politically. But this also plays to his base. This gives him a tremendous amount of airtime, free airtime. Here we are talking about Donald Trump yet again. So it gives him that boost. And it energizes his base. As you say, quite rightly, $175 million is a lot of money, but it's a lot less than $500 million. And I wouldn't say it's chicken feed to Donald Trump, but it isn't an amount that he's not going to be able to reach. I don't think he's going to have that. He will be able to get insurance. He will be able to get a bond. He will be able to continue to do business in New York, which is, of course, a huge victory for him.
If we turn away from the financial fraud, which, maybe some people weren't too surprised about the accusations against Donald Trump in that one. If we turn to the hush money trial, does that have more of an impact, perhaps, on his credibility and his reputation in the way that viewers will look at him?
Well, the hush money trial, as you indicate, raises different issues. It's about seeking a delay because the prosecutor just dumped 100,000 plus pages of documents. And ordinarily, if this, in a regular lawsuit, if the other side provides you with that many documents to go through, you go in and you say, we need some time to look at this. In the hush money case, first of all, he has already obtained a delay and extension until April. But as you point out, the underlying facts here involve allegations of a steamy sexual relationship with an adult movie star. So it's got that sort of salacious aspect to it that, financial fraud crimes frankly don't. Will that impact the election? Right before the 2016 election, what became known as the Hollywood video suddenly came out in October, the October surprise. And that had a tremendous amount of salacious content, very insulting towards women. Didn't stop Donald Trump from getting elected. So I don't know how this plays out. I think we have to remember that originally we heard of Donald Trump because he was a celebrity on television. And I think this kind of case plays to that. I also think it's a weaker case. That just the allegations here, I don't believe, are as strong as they are in the civil fraud case that he has already lost. So we'll have to see how the hush money case plays out. But we will get a decision in that I think, in the next few hours. I don't think the judge is going to take very long. That case was supposed to start, and I think as we've heard, we'll probably hear a decision very soon in that.
Okay, we'll be keeping right across that. Great to speak to you, Susan. Susan Sullivan, my guest, a Professor of Law and Politics at Temple University. Thank you.
Thank you.